LeBron James and a group of other celebrities are starting a group aimed at protecting voters' rights for African Americans. In a phone interview, LeBron said, quote, "This is the time for us to finally make a difference." So, Shannon, how much impact will this have?
I think it's going to have a huge impact. Skip, LeBron James, he's always been very outspoken, especially with issues dealing with underprivileged being served. He feels that voices aren't being heard, and he will speak out. He will lend his voice. He will lend his money. And he will lend his backing to causes that he deems worthy of having the black voice heard. Skip, I think something else is really eating at LeBron. He's made it abundantly clear he has no love. Have no feelings for the man that holds the Oval Office. And I think what's rankling LeBron is he's doing something next week, Skip. He's having a rally on June 19th in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And for a little backdrop, Skip, June 19th is when Texas was the last state, even though they were way, way west, and we don't really consider Texas, but it was the West. The Emancipation freed the slaves in 1863. But it was hard to enforce, Skip, because they were still fighting. And once the Union won the Civil War, the governor announced that the slaves were officially free. Now, the Union soldiers could come in and could enforce it. And so Juneteenth is a celebration. It's a free day. He's doing this in Tulsa, which is still considered the bloodiest racial war in American history.
1921.
1921.
Yep.
A white mob over 2 days burned it. It's called Black Wall Street. They burned it to the ground.
And by the way, did you see Russell Westbrook is going to do a documentary?
Yes, I'm glad. But there have been several histories in that, Skip. When we were talking about it last week, what do you think? I said, I need, if the white that's listening, go read the Elaine Massacre. Read the Red Summer Massacre or Rosewood or this Tulsa. And it'll give you a glimpse into how riots and what it was meant to do. But Skip, LeBron James is, man, Skip, he's on another level, Skip. He's like, no. We gonna get out. We gonna do this thing. We put it up, Skip. LeBron James is making it his personal mission. I believe this is as important to him as winning an NBA title. He's making it his personal mission, Skip, to get someone else in the White House. And he's like, I'm calling on all my athletes. I'm calling on all my movie stars and superstars. Look, we're going to get people out to vote because we need change. We're getting worse.
Yep.
Not better. We're not coming together. We're not seeing each other. We're not hearing each other. And that's because of the message that's coming from the top and it's trying to divide us. And I'm not going to let that happen. I can't stand by idly and do nothing when I have this voice. Skip, through his social media platforms, 112 million followers.
Yep.
And so for me, Skip, LeBron James is not only letting his words, but his actions.
Yep.
When what happened in Georgia with those long lines and the voter suppression, and like I said, voter suppression is legal or illegal. Anything you do to try to keep people from registering to vote or actually voting. He said, nah, that's enough. I see what y'all trying to do, and we ain't gonna let that happen.
Yep.
So, Skip, this dude's on another level, Skip. And I've never seen anything like this, Skip. I don't know if we've ever seen a guy this big be so active in anything socially, because like I said, it's good to be morally conscious, but LeBron James is extremely socially conscious. And he's on another level right now.
He is. This is another development that made me sit back and say, finally. So often I've heard people over the years, when any sort of conflict arises, say, it's time for change. And my first question is always, how? Show me how. Don't tell me it's time. Show me how.
Right.
This is how. This is not the proverbial lip service.
Right.
There's been down through the years too much lip service. Too many empty words are spoken about. It's time to act.
Right.
It's not time to speak. It's time to act. And again, I'm proud of LeBron. I applaud, I laud. This is the essence of LeBron James and his power. Social media. He's in a new age of social media, and he is going to utilize it to its highest degree. And also in combination with Maverick Carter, who, for those who don't know, he's been LeBron's business partner from the start. Maverick Carter is a powerhouse, a deep thinker who's always ahead of the curve, both in Hollywood and on Madison Avenue and on Wall Street. And if Maverick gets behind this kind of platform, it will work. This endeavor will work because they already have Kevin Hart. They have a lot of athletes involved, and it will grow.
I think Stacks is Steve Jackson is going to be involved in the Houston area.
Obviously, yes, he is. And I loved what LeBron said yesterday, the New York Times, because of everything that's going on, people are finally starting to listen to us, to the black community. Yes, 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 they are. Ears, eyes wide open right here, right now. The window is open, but you have to act. You can't just talk about it. You have to act on it. And you and I talked about, is this a watershed moment? We brought it up 2 weeks ago. Feels like it could be.
Like it does.
Okay, but you have to seize the moment.
Yes.
You can't let it pass by saying, boy, this feels good. You better make it happen now.
Yes, Skip, there's a saying in politics, you never let a crisis go to waste.
Yeah, that's true.
Do not let this opportunity, and it's sad that a man had to lose his life to open America's eye to what's going on in America. But we will not let this go. And so change is going to happen. And he got some heavy hitters. He got the guy that ran Gavin Newsom's 2018 governor campaign. He also was on the campaign manager for Cory Booker's 2020 presidential run. So he has some heavy hitters.
He does.
In his corner to say, okay, this is the way we need to maneuver it. This is how we do it. This is how we get our message out. This is how we outreach. Skip, LeBron James, Skip, for a lot of times, for a lot of black athletes, especially of LeBron James, it didn't reach them. Gated community, unimpacted by this, that's not my problem. But LeBron James said, yes, it is my problem. I just don't think about me. I think about my people. I think about my entire race of people. And although, yes, I'm making $100 million a year, but what about the guy that's not? What about the woman that's not? And I think LeBron looks at it, Skip, because LeBron grew up with a single parent, not having a dominant male figure in his life. And he saw the hardships, and so he knows what it's like to go to bed hungry or not know, well, I'm staying with grandma tonight, I'm staying with a friend the next night, and I'm over here the next night. So LeBron, Skip, that never left him. And sometimes we, and I'm just talking about us as African Americans, we get from where we forget where we came from and how it came to be. And like, well, I made it out, you can make it out. But LeBron James is one of the few, and he's not the only one, but there are others. But LeBron James is the superstar magnified times 50 that says, you know what, it's just not good enough for me to be successful. It's just not good enough for a handful of guys and gals to have voices. I want my people's voice heard. Whatever I can do to make sure their voices get amplified, to make sure they can get seen by the spotlight of LeBron James, that's what I'm going to do.
So LeBron is saying, we have the white community's attention right now, or all other colors' attention.
Yes.
But he's speaking to the black community now. And he's saying, we're going to give you the background on how to vote and what they are trying to do he's talking about the other side, is trying to do to stop you from voting. Okay, these are actions. These aren't words. He's going to put it into power to show you, no, don't let them get away with that. We have to do this. Long voter lines, you have to persist, right? You have to be unsinkable in getting your vote
So
ready.
You might have to be hydrated. You might have to take some food with you.
You might have to.
And you might have to make it like a camping trip, Skip.
You might have to take that long.
Get your canteen. I don't know if people know about canteens, Skip, but you got to get you something, a thermos. Do they still call them thermoses? When you and I was going to school, they called them thermoses.
I think
I think they call them Yetis back. They call them Yetis. They get all these old sophisticated names. They're just old thermos. That's what we call them. But anyway, so it might take a while, but we're gonna be undeterred. Because Skip, that's what they count on. They count on breaking your will. All right, they're not gonna wait 5 hours. So they'll just turn and go. Nope. 24 hours. I don't care. We going. We're gonna vote. We're gonna see change.
Or maybe you go to a different poll. Maybe you go somewhere. I don't know. They're going to figure it out. Maverick Carter will help LeBron figure it out, how to direct people to get their vote cast. because I'm pretty sure it's still a democracy, and I'm pretty sure you can still vote and elect.
Skip, if voting wasn't so important, why would they try to suppress it? There's a reason why when you walk into Tiffany's, everything is behind glass. They try to protect it. They don't want you to get at it, right, Skip?
Right. Yep.
So there's a reason why they tried to stop you from doing it if it wasn't important.
Yeah. Last quick thought about Skylar Diggins is involved in this. I don't know if you know Skylar, but I got to know her.
WNBA, Notre Dame,
Now she's Skylar Diggins Smith.
Yeah.
But
just had a child recently.
She is a deep thinker. Had her on the show a couple of times at ESPN, and she said yesterday, it's time to put some action behind my frustration, behind my anger, behind the helplessness that I've been feeling. That's it. That's the essence of what I've been trying to preach about here. It's time to do it, not say it. So this is action, and this will work. Okay, last quick thought about LeBron. He did tell the New York Times that hopefully someday down the line, people will recognize me not only for the way I approach the game of basketball, but the way I approach life as an African-American man. Okay, I get that. He doesn't need to say that right now. He's recognized. It's already happening to him. I don't need him to say, hopefully someday. The someday is now.
You know what? I think he wants. You know who he wants to get recognized by? I think the community. He knows his community is solely behind him. He want the other side that to recognize.
All right.
Because it's hard, Skip. It's easy to say, but what he's doing, we haven't seen this before, Skip. He getting an untargeted.
He did point out that Ali and Bill Russell had to overcome obstacles that LeBron
never had to talk about. Is a different animal.
Okay, but this is acting. But this is utilizing. What'd you say? 112 million. Well, Muhammad Ali didn't have 112 million on social media because there was none. Bill Russell didn't have it. Even Colin Kaepernick, back when he began to kneel, didn't have this kind of power to wield.
No. And Skip, I think the thing is for LeBron is that back in the 60s, the money wasn't what it is now. LeBron is making $90 million a year, and the majority of his money comes from endorsement off the court. And I think as we started moving forward, as the endorsement money started to grow, athletes started to shy away from, because it wasn't just one demographic of people buying that said product. So you had to be careful not to tick off anybody that might buy orange juice or milk or buy a car or buy shoes, Skip. LeBron James says, I just can't be silent. I mean, if you can't see what's going on in America and want to see change, well, you probably shouldn't be buying my shoes anyway. You shouldn't be drinking the stuff what I'm drinking anyway, or driving the car what I'm driving.
I would agree. Yep, well said.
What I love so much is hearing you guys agree about LeBron.
Oh, go, James. Oh, go.
Little agreeing going on.
We're not talking about basketball.
Yeah, we're talking about basketball now. You can't mention one without the other.
These are the moments I appreciate. So much respect for LeBron James. Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.